I'm excited, but well, I was going to talk freely, but
Oh well, you can talk freely. I'm
yeah,
still listening.
but I really feel like this whole corridor should be changed. Like we can. There's nothing stopping us from going all the way down to the fucking street light if we really wanted to. I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of need to probably contain our
energies.
And manic depressives. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't do this all the time.
Yeah.
So, but I really, even if we just focus on this one little corner right here, like that would be wonderful. But I feel like that at least extend it out down that pathway.
2/3 of the way at least. Yeah.
Yeah. But if we just get this corner popping, that's cool with me.
Yeah.
That could be like the next year expansion type deal.
Yeah. Yeah, or actually, if you divvy it up into thirds, right? Priority focus right now with us, high touch. Next year, 50-50. Last year,
exactly.
Youth-led, community-led.
Yeah. And this is where we can really get activity from volunteers and the youth. Like, this is really where I don't want to do nothing.
Right.
Like, you were saying that earlier, but this would be the position. Other than like I say, put a few sporadic plants in here to get it going.
Yeah.
Y'all can take all this and take care of it, especially the art. Like the art is another piece. Like I was talking to him about the STEM piece, but like two things that we really need to try to focus on when we do these sorts of adventures is the art and the science. Like they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that, and plus there are utilities for other things like federal programming and stuff like that, but that's not really the focus.
Right.
It just has a good utility for that.
Yeah.
The focus is like art and science are divorced in every other segment of society.
Yeah, it's the inward and outward side of alchemy.
Exactly. Yeah. So I feel like they should be in this program at the very least. Even if we were a STEM program and we're teaching chemistry and environmental science and all this physical science, we should still have days where kids, hey, paint or
because sketch it. That's the other thing, like landscape architecture, knowing how to sketch some of the forms that plants create, because there are patterns, right? You see all of that stuff.
I forgot what they call those patterns. It's like, oh man, it's a word for those patterns that you see in nature. I forget what that's called.
So if anyone's watching,
it's like a natural symmetry that's constantly
you tell
shows
us,
up in nature.
Those Fibonacci sequences and all that other stuff.
Well, yeah, like that's where the 5-point and 6-point stars actually come out of nature. So
right, yeah, but I mean that in itself is powerful, and that manifests, right? Like you show up to a room for a meeting for landscaping or planning or what is it? Not just landscaping. What's it called? House things. Real estate development.
Real estate development.
Architecture, right?
Architecture.
Once you have an architect on site with a fancy drawing, people are like, oh, maybe they're serious.
Yeah.
No,
that's true.
And but if you show up from the community and it's just like we want to do this and have our own community space, that's a very different game.
That's why we didn't
like people. Yeah, that's how we. Yeah. I mean, and that's how treaties and everything else, trust is violated because Ife Best, I think I told you about this.
Yeah,
where
I never.
Material culture is really big on emphasizing that in Davos, the Bead Museum.
Yeah.
But for most of the society that's running business, words are the material culture. Finance and everything, numbers. That's the real material culture for business, the money and all that. But like in general, there's a reason why attorneys stand in front of tomes of law books, right? You could make those law books a third of the size that they are, 10% of it, right? Like if you just had diagrams, and pictures are very effective in communicating a lot of ideas, but that's not necessarily something that people are kept in touch with and used to optimal effect in spaces like that, because it's so dominant. Contract is written word most of the time.
I mean, I agree. Like, but I come from a different